Okay. That's weird. Hello, everyone. I'm the okayest bassist, and this is the BASSics Volume 71. For some reason, there's a weird echo. That usually happens whenever I have my computer connected. I'm going to tell it to just be quiet. So, this is the usually weekly podcast that I do. Um, Sometimes we do lessons on particular sets of theory. Sometimes it's on certain songs. Sometimes it's life lessons on things I wish I had known getting started, like don't spend money you don't have on things that you don't need. Um, Sometimes we just kind of look around. Um, I don't know. There is supposed to be a Sonojono joining us. Um, Hopefully, everything's right. The restream that I use looks like it's had an update. So there were like horizontal orientations, like portrait mode, as well as landscape and all sorts of stuff on the UI changed. So hopefully, everything is working fine. Um, Sono is supposed to join, and then we will kind of look around at the base market today. We're going to see some, we're going to check some regular retail sites, see what's new, see what's on sale. Of course, we're going to browse Reverb, see if there's anything cool or interesting on there recently listed. Should be a pretty good time. Um, he'd said he'd be able to join, but I haven't heard from him in a bit. So we will see when he can join. I will go ahead and start the share. Infinity. The fun of infinity. Let's see. Is that okay? Sure. I don't like that. As a matter of fact, how about this? I guess that works. Let's just go ahead and look at the new stuff. We'll leave reverb for the end. So, Musician's Friend, wonderful place. If you need to make a purchase, uh, call their number that lets you use the extensions. Um, Use 2450. Speak to Carol. You can tell her I sent you. It won't get you any better of a deal knowing I sent you, but hey, it makes me sound cool to say that. So I went down to base is the category. I went into savings and specials. Um, these are new releases or pre-orders. So that's specifically what is here are what they call their new releases. And then I sorted them low to high. So if you're looking for any of these things, that's how I'm finding and seeing these. So we have like the Squire Mini Precision, that's the short scale, the regular Sonic Precision for $60 more. So P bass, short scale or standard. Got the Guitar Center Musician's Friend brand Mitchell. So that looks like a double single coil, like a jazz setup with more of a P bass body than a jazz. You can get a Sterling Stingray short scale. So that's in the like dark green with the roasted maple neck. That looks cool. The other short scale was kind of a pearl gold. That one's interesting in color. Ray 34 with like a purple burst. 75th anniversary P bass, P bass, P bass. Looks like that says 60s precision. You can go for gold. Get a 4-string Bowden. Gibson Thunderbird. There you go. Only $2,500. All sorts. So that's it. That's all they have listed. So nothing. I mean, the Strandberg Bowden standard 4-string. That's like new, and everything else is a P, a J, a Stingray, or a Mitchell 4-string J bass. So not a whole lot offered in the musician's friends side. However, going to electric bass if we instead filter that down to, well, let's go ahead and check open box. Why not? Not like we have anything we're specifically doing, so at least not till Sono gets here, and that's basically reverb. So open box specials. Let's see. Rogue. You can get you a Rogue. Is that this? It's a 5-string, 158 bucks. That's not bad. The micro, that is a solid bass. If you just want a 4-string, if you want 5-string, there's a 5-string Mitchell shaped jazz bass kind of thing going on. Ray 4 for 319. That's almost what they were when I bought it. When I bought mine, they were 279. Squire Classic Vibes. That was loud. Sorry about that. That's supposed to be being quiet, but I doubt it is. Squire Precision, Schecter. That is a cool finish. I've said it before. I really like that. I think they call it Mars Gold. Now, granted, it's only a 4-string. There is a Jackson Randy Rhodes bass. It's an option. Sire 5-string, Z7. All sorts of cool and fun stuff in the open box. Now, let's just go ahead and look at used. See all, we're going to go to used. Let's see what they got in the El Cheapo section on used. Well, that's left-handed. HK Lade or Laddie? Laddie. It's Irish. Laddie. It's a Laddie bass. Anyway, left-handed. Samick. I've actually heard of that brand. So I've never heard of a HK Laddie. Carlo Robelli. Mitchell, I think that might be their short scale, PJ. Ibanez, a PV with a bunch of stickers. See, free stickers. There you go. Bunch of Ibanez micros, probably all throughout there. You got a Rogue you could use to, if someone rushes the stage, you could stab them. That'd be helpful. Got another Samick. I like how they just say P-base copy. It's like the thing's been out long enough. I don't know that you need to call it a copy. It's just a P-base, but hey, whatever. Uh, that's a guitar. Says short scale, but that's a guitar. So shame on them. That looks like that. I'm pretty sure that blue micro has red strings. So there's choices being made. I can get a Rogue knockoff of a Hofner violin. Not seeing anything super. Ooh, a Glary. A Glary for 149. Someone in the comments correct me, but I'm pretty sure they don't cost that new. I'm just saying. I think some decisions are being made and they're not the right ones. But whatever. There's a Washburn. That's an interesting shape. Anything amazing or super cool? Not that I can see on the first page. So, can we filter this to what I like, which is 5 strings? Because that's all I care about. I'm not going to buy a 4. If I was going to buy a 4, I'd buy the L guitar that I reviewed because it was lovely. An GSR 205, not bad. That Glary doesn't look bad, but again, $150 for a Glary. No, thank you. That green's pretty cool. Not sure about the shape or what that. Oh, okay. So that's an acoustic and some kind of a solid body in the back, and it's kind of AI'd out the necks. IYV. I tried some of those at NAMM. They weren't bad. Headless for 150. I think it's headless. Headless 5-string, 185 bucks. That's not bad. If you just want to try out a headless, there you go. Save you some money. They might be more than that on Amazon, but I'd check Amazon first because you might be able to just get a new one. Because since it's used, you'd have to pay shipping anyway. Let's see, is there anything here super amazing that I see in the 5-string world? I like that color. That's a cool green. 280. That's not bad. Um, that 305's got a neat finish. Now, someone else can correct me if you think I'm wrong. I don't. But this like light cream color white pick guard, I think would look amazing with a maple neck personally. That's just me. If you disagree, you're allowed to do that. I think you're wrong, but it's fine. You can be wrong. That's how opinions are. So nothing super amazing, but let's look at this IYV. Why not? Would like to use, sure. Why not? Y'all can know where I am. I don't care. IYV in blue. Let's look at this body. That actually doesn't look good. Like you can tell there's like a cutaway, carve kind of thing there. Single string retainer. Can I zoom on this? Will it zoom very far? Okay, drag, drag. So they are hex screws. Whoever did this doesn't know that you can get a cutting implement like up here. They just cut it way out there. Um, I don't know about that design. That seems weird. Like it screws down here. I'm gonna guess there's a second screw in there, and then the little set screws are in there. I don't know about that. I don't know. At the back of the neck with the dual stripe, that's all right. But so it looks like I don't know about that. I don't know about that bolt set. Like that bolt. No, go back. That was all the way in there. Was a why? Had it at 100. Stay at 100. There we go. That is a weird. There's like this up here to get like more area covered. 3 and then 2. Like I'm not really understanding. It's almost triangle. It's kind of cool, but Hmm. Looks like this is like angled towards the neck to maybe make the heel a little more comfortable to play. Um, I don't know. 185. I definitely check Amazon, see if you can get one new. Because I've seen IYVs on there like the 200 range. So maybe. Um, Sono has answered. He is not home yet. So might just be me unless he jumps in later. So there's some used stuff. Now let's go to Sweetwater. So on here, I've filtered it down to what's in stock. Any type of deal, whether bundle, rebate, promo, certified open box, love an open box from Sweetwater. They've gone through it and they did their original inspection. Then they do another inspection. They knock the price down. If you call or text them, you can holler at Tim. It's the guy I use, but you can use whoever you want. But Tim's awesome. Um, but filtered it down just to deals. We only want to deal with deals. Then sorted low to high. So we got a Yamaha PJ 4-string. Oh, you can get you a little Kala U bass, $300. Gretsch Streamer. I've played some of these and they were pretty neat. Like I wouldn't say no if someone said, "Hey, do you want this?" I'd give them $20. I'm not ordering one for the full price, but uh, these are cool. I had the what do they call it? Lake Placid blue. I like that single. If they made it in a 5, that medium scale, if they made it in a 5, I like that single humbucker. Simple passive controls is great. Let's see here. Got some that doesn't. That looks pretty. I like that grain. That's nice. Nice sire. Oh, you can get you an acoustic bass. Had one of these. I believe it's on the channel. Really interesting bass, like with the weird that it's short scale. Hello, Dino. Hopefully you're having a good evening, sir. Has where the bridge is like moved up almost like on a guitar. It's not like normal on a bass where it's down near the end of the body. Um, 386 isn't bad. I think they were 399 new when they launched, and it's been a while since then. Uh, some nice grain right there. I like that, like walnut, really subtle in the picture. That's nice. So it looks like we got a lot of sires that are open box, but we have some other stuff too. Sterling Ray 5 and walnut. I love walnut. Walnut's pretty. It's dark, but it's not like black all the way through. It's just it's just nice. Uh Again, I love the way Ibanez does a lot of their finishes. A lot of their stuff's cool. The Mars Gold, the Aurora Black, their burl tops are pretty. Love them on my EHBs. Um, it's just nice. Let's go to another page. Why not? Our M2. That that's weird because I don't think the pickups normally look like that, do they? I'm not sure about that. A lot more sires. They must have had something happen where like they're just a sale. Sires getting them out the door. Get all these sires. Good Lord. So many. Okay. Now we're gonna do what I always do. Boom. Please tell me. Oh, good. It did. I was afraid it was going to remove all the filters. So we're going to go back to the cheap before the expensive. Yamaha. So I think these are the Yamahas that have yeah, they have a thumb rest. I want to try one of these. I really do. Do I want to try this one? It's $40 off. Not really. Like, I'd probably try and see if there's one. I like the gray. The gray looks better than the blue to me. I don't know. You tell me if you disagree, but I like that gray. But they don't have an open box in gray. I love how Sweetwater, like there's something people can talk about in the comments. Who are you? You team Guitar Center, the big juggernaut as far as music goes, but kind of still needed in the world because most people can get to one. Like I have an hour and a half drive to get to a Guitar Center, and 70% of the time that's not the Guitar Center I will actually go to. I will drive another 20-30 minutes to get to a different one, because normally they just aren't that good at the one that's close to me. At least my experiences haven't been great. Um, but you pro Guitar Center, go to the place with the, like if I order something now, if it's a Guitar Center exclusive, musician's friend, whatever, I'll call Carol and I'll get it ordered through her. Or if it's on sale there, or especially if it's out of stock or not something Sweetwater carries, 100% going to go through musician's friend. Um, if it's on Sweetwater for the same price, I'm going to go with Sweetwater. I get free candy. Tim usually can get a deal to happen, so it might even be cheaper through them. And I've never had a problem with customer service out of either place, but Sweetwater's usually gone above and beyond what I would ever expect out of a big chain situation. I mean, they're not a chain, they have the one store. I do want to go to their store. Like, if we do another non NAM base house, I want to do it near the Sweetwater store where we can go and hang out there for a day. I think that'd be pretty cool. Um, Still, and these sandblasted ones look so good. That looks really pretty. That finish is nice. Now it doesn't look as dark there, which These are just on the, and that's the good thing about Sweetwater. I love that they list the weight, which they seem to usually prefer the lightest one. But if you don't mind an extra pound or so, you could get a darker one. Perfectly fine. I think this one seems a little light in color. I mean, it's the lightest in weight too, but this one's only half a pound more, and you just see more of the color. That's really pretty. Even right here, where you can tell that's a wing since the stuff's all curving up to a point, doesn't look bad. I think it looks kind of neat from the angle. I mean, again, you can tell that's a jointed piece. I'm sure if you look over here, you can probably find the straight line. Yep, right there. Just a hair side of the pickup. You can see that straight line right there. It doesn't matter. Still pretty. Still pretty. And then we just have, smooth on the back. Not bad. String through body. That doesn't look bad. Well, I like it. I'm not gonna buy one, but I like it. Interesting is what I like. That's pretty. It's a lefty, so not gonna be useful for me, but still nice. I don't understand these. I'm sure people could explain it to me of the, hey, let me tell you all of this awesome stuff. Pop-ups be gone. But meh. Then we have the standard fender shaped objects. Sire does a lot of lefties, which is cool. Uh, Midnight Arctic Ocean. So that's different than midnight at any other ocean. That red is nice. Those metallic sandblast finishes are just really nice looking. Hey, bongos, look at that. You can get you an open box. Hey, look at that thing. That's like right there. It's crazy. Crazy how that works out. M5. There's all sorts of neat stuff. And then finally, I think that's the same one that Chris, that guy on bass, I think that's what he just got. So that's pretty cool. EHB, but it's not the multi-scale. So kind of sad there, but some pretty cool stuff with Sweetwater. Still don't know about Sono. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead, drop into the world of reverb. These are the most recent. Go ahead, let's refresh it just in case someone's posted something in the last few minutes. Doesn't look like it, except these are reverb bumps. So maybe Warwick leather guitar case. You too could buy a case for only $400. Is it just the case? It is just the case. Very nice, very fancy case. We looked at this one before. It's $5,000 cheaper. That would make, as Low End Lobster Leah has joked, that could be my story of the most expensive bass I own, and the second most expensive bass is the discount on the most expensive bass that I got, because that would be more than I've paid on anything. Alfer Hammerhead Pro. That is Johnny Dibbles played some Alfers. Those are nice. I think his custom was from Alfer as well. The BTB. Love a BTB, although that looks to be a 6 string. Alembic. Those are supposed to be fancy. There's an upright electric if you want an Ibanez upright. Got all sorts of stuff in here. Gibson limited run. It's a limited. It's not an unlimited run. They stopped at some point. I always love seeing that. This is limited run, limited edition. Or my favorite one is whenever someone says, "Oh, this is a numbered release." Yeah, they all are. Serial number. They all get numbered. No company has made an infinite number of a thing. So they are all limited. I'm pedantic, but still, I'm not wrong. And technically correct is the best kind of correct. Schecter, but it's a 6 string. I left in the fours and the sixes and all that. Ooh, one of the newer, that's the 1265. So that's a 35 to 33. just like the 15 series and the 10 series. MS is the standard multi-scale, not the short multi-scale. So this is the one that has the light colored back with the like walnut looking top. Uh, do they have? Yeah, picture of the back. So it's like, I think it's a swamp ash body, and then it has the Wenge, and I think they're maple, Wenge and maple, and then it has this dark finish to the top. So, you know, opinions, again, everybody has them. You're welcome to have an opinion. I like the dark top. I like the dark neck with the dark top. I like the light accents. Don't like the dark neck with the light body. Now, granted, if you're playing it, you're not seeing the back. If you are, that's weird. Like you're playing upside down, or I don't know. That'd be really weird. But I don't like that. I don't like that high contrast on the back, which again, I changed out the neck on mine so that it didn't have the high contrast on the front or the back. I do like that Reverb opens a new tab automatically when I click on stuff. Oh, you could get an axe base. Jeans, is this the Court? Are you going to show the headstock where I can see what brand it is? Probably not. Is it there? The heck does that say? What does that say? It just says Gene Simmons Axe. So it's by the Gene Simmons Axe Company. Comes with hard shell case. I mean, you could save $130 buying this and not buying that Warwick case that we saw earlier, and you get a hard case. And if it can fit the axe base, it's probably going to be able to fit your base. I didn't see, that's not headless, right? No, it's not. We just saw the headstock. I know. I'm dumb. That's not bad. 320 bucks. I mean, you have shipping, but you're not stopping at your local Guitar Center and picking up a hard shell case for an axe base for $320. So that's kind of cool. I wouldn't buy it, but it's still pretty cool. See, I want to get rid of, I want to get rid of new. I don't want to see anything new. Don't want brand new. I'll take B stock. B stock's fine. Mint condition. Hey, excellent. Why not? Very good. Sure. Actually, mint usually means the thing is new. I've noticed that. I'll take good. I'm willing to look at fair. Why not look at poor? There's 70 that are non-functioning. Not looking at that. Well, why not? Saw one on here earlier. It was a 5-string made in Mexico Fender jazz bass, like a Sunburst. $599. Broken truss rod, but everything else is fine. $600. Broken truss rod. What am I going to do? Am I going to drill out the skunk stripe, replace the truss rod? No. The action's really high. Of course it is. You don't have a way of adding a backbone. So now that we're looking at this, did it find us anything? Obviously nothing new to us. Ooh, there you go. Ooh, only $10,000. How about that? Don't see anything super cool jumping out, but I am happy. So we're back to where we were. I am happy to have gotten rid of the new, because if it's something new, unless it's a heck of a deal, I'm just going to buy it from Sweetwater or Musician's Friend. Go to the place that's got a warranty. Buy from Reverb. They say it's new. Yeah, you got to go through their customer service, all that fun. So 120 custom handmade precision bass. I like how it says handmade series. So they're calling their series handmade. They're not claiming it's handmade. It's not false advertisement if it's just called the handmade series. This is my made of solid 24 karat gold series. There's absolutely no 24 karat gold in this bass, but it's my solid 24 karat gold series. guess you could get away with it. Spectre Euro. There's a Warwick rock bass Corvette. Dollar for dollar for. Is that what it's called? Dollar for? Buck for? Is it a chicken? Buck, buck. Double buck? Because double humbucker? I think I've heard that name before. Double buck. Double buck 4-string. I don't know. Fodera, or as Phil McKnight calls it, a fedora, which I don't know if that's just him playing it as a joke, but I've heard him say it a few times. But I don't do comments on people's videos if they're not my friends. And a lot of times I don't leave comments on theirs either because I'm an awful friend. The 2000 Epiphone Ripper in natural. Naturally, the Gibson don't care about bass players. Let's see, we got anything jumping? That's a shape. Bassavarius. It's not a Stradivarius. That they make guitars, make Strat copies. M6, nice. Got one right there. Except mine came from Johnny Dibble, so I like it more than if I had just bought it from like a store. I do like the shape on a Destroyer. I like weird, interesting stuff. I've already talked about it, but still, I like weird and interesting. That bass is clear. Residue clear. I don't think I'd want to have a bass that's made of residue. Seems like something you'd find at a crime scene. Ah, the bass residue indicates that this person didn't know how to play. Oh, fair. Must have been me. I think this is one of the ones that's like reversible. And by that, I mean like flippable. Is it? Is it? Yes. It's a 6-string guitar on one side, and then it's a bass on the other. My only question is, like, if you look at it, I can't zoom in. So you got that, so you could play it. Okay, cool. Like I guess you're playing it as a guitar, and then you like flip it over and hold it higher to play it as a bass while holding it against yourself so that it doesn't fall back over. It's a choice. I mean, if you're playing loops, you get both instruments. I'm sure it's awkward to hold, and hopefully there's like a mute or a switch to tell it which side you're playing. Otherwise, you're going to hear brr, brr, brr from the bass strings the whole time they're bouncing against you. I had a BTB 605. It came with a case. It, they're lovely. I don't like it as much as the Dingwall, but these tuning bridges, not tuning bridges, these just individual single bridges are so nice. Everything that's good on the monorails is they're great. Like, if you're having someone build you a bass, ask them to get Ibanez monorails. They're so good. You can adjust string width. You can set your intonation with a mechanical adjustment, string height. It's all there. They're great. They don't look bad. They look pretty good. That is weird. I don't like that. I don't like that. Flying V bass. There you go. You too could be Mordu or Murdoch or however you pronounce his name, the bass player from Gorillaz. This is another just like the one we just looked at. It's flippable, except this one's a 5-string and a 12-string. The other one only gave you 10 strings. This one gives you 17. That is a much higher value to string. The dollar to string ratio, way better value on a 12-string guitar, 5-string bass. I'm just saying. You could get Bully's favorite bass, the Ned Steinberger Spirit. Bully hates that bass. Show me that you have a Rickenbacker without showing me the front of the Rickenbacker. 2 plugs. There you go. Don't think anyone else does it. That's 750. Why is it fair? What makes it fair condition? Because it looks all right to me. I don't do we see like see this? No, stop it. See a lot that's kind of the same. I don't know if there's multiple companies that have the same design, but like this is what's on the uh Spectre Dimension. I like the ease of quick changing the strings. If there was just mechanical adjustment for the intonation, that's all I want. I don't like having to move it by hand and not know exactly where I am. Anyway, Delano pickups. Like that's a bit of burl that looks open. There's a slight scuff on that pickup. Um, I'm not, I mean, a little rough in there. Looks like somebody's done a truss rod adjustment before and maybe smacked into the, oh, okay. Little bit of the burl covering coming off around the Grossman. Don't see anything looks awful on the back. Okay. So why is this fair? You say fair. Listing the space fair because I know nothing about it. You're buying it at, oh, buy. I mean, I wasn't going to buy it at 750 anyway, but hmm, Phil McKnight says it on one of his videos on one of the Know Your Gear podcasts. It was a more recent one, and he makes a fair point. And he's like, when someone walks into a store or they're listing something online and they start out with, "I know nothing about this bass." No, no. I don't know about this Grossman brand. Obviously, I could search it. They say 19 to 22, so tells me either there's something wrong with it and they're simply saying, "Hey, I'm getting rid of this, but you get nothing out of me." It's on Reverb. So if they check the listing and they go, "Hey, you're buying as is," they said it's in fair condition, you're kind of stuck with it. I mean, if this is like a $2,000 vase and the truss rod's busted or something like that where you're stuck with what you have, probably a decent value. But if it's like normally $1,000, $2,000, I don't see that value being there to take the risk. Double Ned Steinberg. Is that fretless and fretted? Is that what's going on here? Yes, four string fretless, four string fretted. That just seems like if you were good at fretless, you wouldn't have to worry about a double neck bass. I don't know. EHB didn't miss it. It's pretty. Not interested with it at that price. But oh my goodness, what happened with the woods here? Do we have two different woods just on a crazy joint? Is that what happened? It looks like it. Looks like that's some sort of, I mean, that's a straight grain, and then this is like spalted maple or something. So that's something. That's definitely something. I wouldn't buy it, but let's find out if an expert would like to buy it. Sonojono. There he is. We discussed that there's no soundboard or clips, so he doesn't get to cheer himself into the podcast today unless he has it hidden somewhere that I don't know about. I don't know if anyone can hear you, but I cannot. Uh, I don't see any settings I can change. Oh, you went away. Now you're back from outer space.
Let's try it
Ah,
again. Are we
there you
clear?
are. Oh, you are
Okay,
in there and clear.
much better. No,
I
yeah, I
don't
don't
know
know what's
how
going
much
on.
you
The settings
saw,
got a little
but
funky.
I don't know how much you saw, but what are your thoughts on I'm taking two pieces of wood, making them friends?
It's a looks nice. I don't like the pickup spacing. I think it's kind of weird. It looks very spread out. It's weird. Like I'm not gonna go into further more detail because it just looks. I mean, are they fishmen? They don't look like fishmans. Nah,
No, there's not the ziggy zag.
nah, yeah, because they look almost from the bridge. I don't know. I don't
I
like
think they're
it.
Bartolinis. Like there's some sort of text straight across the center.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think they
it's
might
I
be
don't know.
Bartolinis.
It's
Also,
not
I
doing
had
it
a
for me.
bass with this bridge on it. I've heard
Oh, the
people
BASSics.
I hated it.
Me too. I don't like BASSics bridges either. They're gross. And
Like,
I don't like kick-ass bridges either.
see, I think it's the Kick-Ass or Kick-Ass 2. I have it on the um what's it called? It's the short scale the Minion, Jackson Minion. And
Okay.
I only
Yeah.
have it on there because it had the standard just like bent bridge. And the one that I had, I don't know who had done what to it, but the bridge itself was like bent slightly. Like someone
Uh-huh.
had put ridiculous amount of torque into it and actually bent the bridge. So I was like, I can pay $30 and get the same thing it has that I don't care for. Or I think I found the kick-ass one for like 50 and I was
Yeah.
like, that looks cooler. It was black and had brass pieces. Yeah, not a fan of that. I don't know if you saw it, but there was this one up here. Grossman, don't know. But I clicked it because I saw fair. And I was like, it
The
look
condition.
doesn't look fair condition to me. Like everything looks fine. And then get down here, listing the base as fair because I know nothing about it. It's like, good, you
I like the
stole it,
honesty.
you
It's a good
stole
honesty.
it, or like it's either you stole this thing, the truss rod is shot. Something about this thing is not good. Like if someone gives you this base, which I know nothing about Grossman, whatever it is, I know nothing about that travel base, but like if you have it listed, if you're telling me here's my red flags that when I'm looking at it. One,
Yeah.
you're claiming I listed it as fair, you're stuck with it, whatever it is, you're buying it. There's no warranty. Reverb's not going to help you because I listed that I know nothing, blah, blah, blah. That's a big red flag to me. Two, I know nothing about this bass, but it's a 2019 to 2022. Like you know what year it is ish, but you know nothing about this bass. Also, like that's a really weird bass for someone to have and not know anything about it. Like it's not like it looks like a Fender P bass. It says G Larry on the top. Like I don't know, $100 maybe. Like I can understand that, but like this is the world of the internet in the 21st century, and you could literally Google this stuff, and I guarantee if you were like again, I'm gonna guess that normally goes for 1,000, $1,200. Like maybe it is $2,000. Like I said earlier, like if it's a $2,000 base and you're seeing it at 750 and it's something you want, and you're willing to take the risk, go for it. But if these things used market go $1,200, like you're gonna tell me you're not gonna go to your local music store and be like, hey, what can you tell me about this? Will you buy it? So they give you free info, like, well, it normally goes in this. Like it just seems like a lot of weird. I know nothing about it, but I know it's from one of these 3 years of production. You're stuck with it as is. I'm just a guy it's like the people who say, "Oh, I'm just selling this for my friend." So your friend's a musician, has an instrument, they want it sold, but your friend who's a musician has no idea how the used market works in music?
Yeah,
Mm,
it's
about
all
that.
of all of those points that you've made, they're pretty common, and it's also great to question because you just never know. And yeah, I just stay far away from it. If you have a bunch of concerns, I wouldn't even question it anymore. I just be like, yeah, this is just it's not worth my time. Now, what's funny about that instrument, the swing guitars, I
The
haven't
f
seen that,
the
the purple
flippy
one.
ones?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
this
purple with the yeah, I've seen it at NAMM
hmm.
last year, and I remember going up to one of them, but they were busy, and I was just like, "Oh, that's a cool bass." I see them all on a Reverb, and they're like, "Yeah, we sell internationally." Okay, and that was it. But I don't remember seeing it for that much. I remember seeing it for like around 700, close to $800,
Mm.
unless this is like from a different shop because dang, that's an expensive
Listed
jazz bass.
2 days ago. Brand
It's a
swing
very expensive
guitars
jazz bass.
from Bass Shop Geek in box coming from Japan. So, but I notice includes shipping and import tax. So they're probably sitting here like, okay, it's going to be $200-300 if it comes in a case, then it's not cheap to ship it. So call that $200 US to ship. And then if they're saying that they're selling it for $1,800, now granted the whole tariffs thing's gone up and down and out,
Right.
and they're supposed like I saw a thing from UPS the other day that was emailed to me of, hey, you paid import taxes and we're supposed to be getting some money from the government and we're going to give you a refund, but don't ask us any questions because we don't know. It's like, oh, good, thanks. Really
Right.
gonna really gonna bank on that refund. But I mean, at $1,800, I don't know what the percentage rate of import would be on duties from Japan, but I know with um Albedo, her tag price was like 22, something like that, and I had to pay like $400 in tariffs. And then on Gorthauer, he actually listed like I paid 15, but he counted 300 of it in packaging and shipping costs, so he claimed a sale price of 1200 plus shipping. So I think on that one I only had to pay like 150. So, I mean, if they're saying an $1,800 sale price and it's a similar rate to those, I mean, feasibly, it could be $300 in tariffs. So, I mean, still, if you saw it at NAM and they're like, hey, this is the NAM show price of 700, that means even if they factor in worst case $600 US and tax, shipping, everything, they're still selling that at $1,200 on the price tag. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the people at NAM are like, here, let me sell you this bass for half price today. It is pretty. I mean, I like that
Oh, yeah,
finish and
it's
the
it's
gold looks cool.
nice.
I've never seen that kind of bridge, I don't think. Doesn't look familiar,
Oh,
but
yeah, that
I
looks
I do like
interesting.
that quick drop strings. I do love when you can just slot them right in. You don't have to thread anything through.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that. You don't have to
It's
worry about
always,
any finessing.
hey, look, this looks familiar. This one's made by Court, apparently. The BASSics bridge
Oh,
and $900. How much was the other one? I thought the other one was like expensive.
so get this, the listing we're looking at, it's from a different dealer. It's not directly from the actual company. Because if you go and type in swing jazz, just swing jazz bass, you'll see the ones that I was mentioning that they're going for 800, which is pretty much what I had seen 2 years ago almost. They even have 5 string versions, but I'm only seeing four. I like that they have a green one because I haven't seen that one
Brand
before. That one looks to be new.
swing guitars. Let's just do the cheap first. I'm finding something different for some reason.
I'm liking the green
Oh,
one. Yeah,
why? Why am I? You said there's cheaper
yeah,
ones, and I'm seeing them all more expensive.
really, because I'm seeing an $800 listing one, but their shipping price is 180.
Swing by
Oh,
string
you just type in
string.
swing jazz bass. You don't gotta go through the filter. Just type in
Well,
swing
I
jazz
typed in
bass.
swing bass and I see this reverb bump, but when I sorted it just to that brand, it oh, that's why. I put swing guitars, but just swing.
Yeah, swing.
Oh, there we go. Not swing guitars, not affiliated. It's like the commercials of left Twix and right Twix. No, no, we're not swing guitars. We're just swing.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
we're
only
swingers here
play
tonight.
popular 1920s music, don't worry. So, yeah, a lot of other like swing old gang. Sure, don't call it a 50s P bass, that's fine. Someone might know. Hey, there's the purple. Is
Yep.
that
They're all
green?
made in Korea.
Ah, see some 5 strings. Not the cool colors though.
I
Like
know.
now on this one, and you can tell me I'm wrong. To me, that screams gear for music.
It does.
That reminds me of the Coliseum or whatever they call it now. I think it's the 972 or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that's what that screams to me as like gear for music exclusive.
Yeah, I see it too.
I mean, it looks cool. I do like that neck. I like the white pearl looking inlays on a light maple neck. I like the gold hardware. I think it's cool. It's not what I would buy, but I'm usually pretty opposed to fender shape objects.
I mean, they're cool. I just for the price, I'm not really it hasn't sold me because I know I've always watched it for quite a while, but I just never really had the incentive to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop almost $1,000 for a made in Korea base because I don't know the quality. I got to see their booth, never got to touch it. It's for me to say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go on Reverb and buy it instead of just having to
Now,
go there at NAM and be like, whatever upcharge they're gonna, charge me for. Because most people there, they're probably trying to make a business, make more money in person as opposed to just an online order.
oh yeah,
So,
you don't have any company taking fees or percentages or any of that.
right. So
Tell
I
me
just wanted
that
to beat
you're
that.
Tell me the instrument is made by Jackson or possibly Charvel without looking at the logo. Bam, paint job.
Yeah,
I mean, the
pretty
pickups
much.
are kind of helping with saying
Oh yeah.
Jackson on it, but like,
Ooh.
do I want that? No, not at that price. If they were to
What I
move the
would
decimal point over by 1, yes, I would be calling my wife on this live stream right now going, "I have found a bass for $230." Yes. Like, they could just take a Jackson El Cheapo, whatever Dinky or Minion, whatever they have, and put that paint job on it, and I want it. Like,
Yeah.
I would play that at church and, like, probably not even get questioned, and if I did get questioned, I'd be like, "Yeah, we're keeping the fires of hell at bay. It's on my bass.
Yeah.
It's the purging fire of the Lord."
So I've been construing a lot of custom finish ideas, and I want to do that with one of my main Yamaha BB434s. Not that I'm saying the current Sunburst I have is, fine. It's just like the color offerings that Yamaha offer, they're interesting, but they're not interesting enough. Like, I wish Yamaha would do what Fender does and like maybe release different colors every year or two with their current lineups, like the
With a new series
BB735.
name.
I mean,
This
I
is
don't
the
know about a
Fender
series name.
Precision Style Super Player Jazz Electric 2. It comes in
I
purple.
mean, I don't know about a different new like number or lineup. Probably just kind of reiterate the same lineup, but just different colors. Like they did that with the 734, where they added the teal finish and the fire red finish. I thought that was cool because for years, maybe like 2 or 3 years, we've always had the sunburst, matte black, and what other color that's escaping my mind? Sunburst. I think I already said it, but they just always had like the common colors, and
Yeah.
there isn't really a whole lot of innovation in colors. So beside the whole point, I'm already like resourcing different custom finished like people around my area, and I found one pretty decent where they're like, oh, if you want like a that specific finish, it's gonna be like $300 to $400, and I'm like, oh, cool. I'll think about it, because it's kind of a
3 to
lot.
$400, that's a cheap base, thanks, I'll take it. Oh, no, that's just for the finish. Oh, can you just give me
Yeah,
the finish and I'll put it on my own base? Just
right. right?
slap it on there like some flex tape.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, but if it's a main instrument that I use a whole lot, yeah, I'll do it. I wouldn't mind it. You know, it's worth it. It's kind of like that buy once cry later feel, but I really don't think I'd be crying. I'd just be more like, dang, this is very personal, you know? It's
Yeah,
not something that everyone has. So I think that's really cool. It'll scratch that itch, especially if I want to go out and buy a different one or same bass, you know what I mean? Like trying to cut out uh buying a lot of the same thing, you know what I mean? Like as it is, uh I have 2 jazz basses now, and I'm just like, "Do I really need a second one?" And I felt that way with the P bass too. That's why I just gutted out my P bass, and I'm selling it for parts. I'm just like, "Yeah, I don't really need a second P bass, so I think I'm just good with just one." I don't see
looks
myself being that guy where it's like, "Oh, I need a second P bass for just flats." Like, I need one for just flats when you don't really play music that require flats, you know what I mean?
so it looks like Dino jumped in and said that Grossman bass was a giveaway if you bought a regular sized one.
Oh, so
So
yeah.
someone like bought it, got it, and I guess gave it to someone else who didn't want to keep it. So maybe that's why they didn't know much about it. But
Probably.
and then Dino Dan said a different one looked like a bass mod bass.
Mm,
Could
yeah,
be. This
that's about
this
right.
one I have on screen. So I have a GOC Illumina 5 string 3437. The review should actually be coming out soon. What's interesting on this is a prototype. When they sent these prototypes out to people to test them to see what they thought. And I guess like one of the biggest comments was you should make it more Dingwall like, put the pickups together. So instead of doing triple pickup, they still left it double,
Okay.
but they put the pickups like right next to each other in what would be like the bridge most and centermost. So we don't have like on a Dingwall, then like on a D Rock, like the neck pickup, I guess. And I don't like that. I'd prefer the pickups be farther apart. Um, I also on the one for sale there, like I like that L-shaped control pattern rather than this like two and three next to each other. Just personally, and I
Okay.
in the review I talk about it. I don't like these bridge tuning pieces, but the ones that are shown on that picture, I've used ones like that before. I don't know if they're the exact same brand, but I've used ones like this one that's showing for sale, and they were awful. I mean, the ones I had were awful. The every like trying to adjust them was stupid. Like there was almost no, it looked like it had all the grip in the world. If you see right down here where you can see like little black notches, I used to have to get a um either like a knife or an Allen wrench that would fit inside those like two of those slots and use that for the leverage because the ones I had at least had no grip. But I do find it interesting. They have
Oops.
they have this like prototype up for sale and it's more expensive than the ones when you buy them brand new.
Got it.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess if you like the pickup
it
spacing
looks
of the prototype better or you want to be able to say I have the prototype. Cool, but
I think it just looks like a not a not so finished base quite yet. Like it needs to be spent more time at the shop before it gets publicly announced.
yeah, they never did like they sent those prototypes out before they even announced they were going to start doing bases. Like the
Mhm.
YouTube channels that were reviewing them were like the only thing out there except on their website they had like a picture of the base and their website was awful then. Like you try to click on something and like a black box where text should be would come up and then the text would like kind of drop in. I don't do, like, web coding or anything, so I can't say much more than it was not the best, and at that time, their only store was through AliExpress, So you had to wait for them. Like, I tried to order mine through the first series that they did, and it was like they put out on their Facebook, like, they're really active on their Facebook and Instagram. They're like, "Hey, we have bases ready for pre-order. Like, you can pre-order it, but there's no telling when yours is gonna come in." They were like, "We're gonna do pre-orders." So
Mm.
we know we're getting 10 bases or these different sizes, colors, whatever. So we've opened pre-orders to get those, but it's not like a hey when it comes in. It's like we're pre-selling them for the limited run. And I tried to get it, and I was messaging them like, "How do I order it? Your link doesn't open any like it didn't go to their store on AliExpress. It just came up with a 404." So, like, you searched them, found them through AliExpress, and then the product wasn't there. And they're like responding to comments with, "Well, we told AliExpress to list it, but sometimes it takes a couple hours for them to update." And then the next thing you see is just a flood of comments of it went live and I can't buy it because it says they're not available because they're sold out. So it's like just a huge cluster. And then finally they moved to just, we're going to let people pre order, we're not going with AliExpress. You can just go through our shop. I
Yeah,
think when
it's
I bought
better.
mine, I think
Yeah.
I just sent them the money through PayPal. It was just like a PayPal direct. I was like, I want to buy one. I prefer orange, like unless you guys they have a gold finish they do that's really nice, like a very subtle metallic gold. And I wanted that, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not doing the bass in that color." And then they do like really nice finishes on their guitars, but all of the basses are just a solid color. So it's kind of
That's so
sad there.
disappointing. I would hate
But
that so much.
I mean, the orange looks good. Like it was I wanted the gold most, and then the orange because if you haven't noticed, I have a rainbow. It goes purple, blue, green. The burl
Huh,
is mostly yellow, orange, red, pink, other stuff. Um,
I never really
so
noticed.
yeah. So like I was like, I really liked the gold. If they'd had the gold, that's what I would have gotten.
Mhm.
But I saw the orange. I hate orange. Like almost like a car that's orange. Anything that's orange, I'm usually like, that's gross. But with the
Yeah, I don't
dark
like it.
and with like
Yeah.
with the dark neck and the dark hardware and all that, I thought it looked great for contrast. I mean, normally don't like contrast either. So it was, and then I literally was like, I really like this purple. The pink looked ridiculous because it's like freaking hot bubblegum Barbie pink. And then I was looking at my wall. I was like, well, I have the hills. It's pink. I already have a purple being the bongo. So I was like, what am I could go for green because I didn't have plans on the sire. And then I was like, I don't have orange. Screw it. Get orange. So I ordered orange. So now I have, and
Nice.
my son will tell anyone his favorite color is rainbow. So I have a rainbow on my wall.
I like that because rainbow has multiple colors, but
All of them
then you
pretty
call it
well.
as your favorite color, so you kinda defeat the purpose of choose one color, and it's
I had
like,
a
"Okay,
friend in
rainbow."
high school whose favorite color was clear.
Huh.
No matter how much anyone argued with her that that is literally the only thing you can't say because it's not color.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's my
not.
favorite. It's my favorite color. So your favorite color is none. That's what you're saying. No, it's my favorite color. I like things that are clear. You like things that don't have color. It's fine. There was a
You
base
say
on here earlier that I saw, and it was one of those like clear acrylic, maybe epoxy bases, and it was just clear, and it called the color residue clear. I was like, I don't want to go messing with something with residue as the color.
yeah, and you don't like orange, huh? Look at that, orange.
I mean, I like their amps. Pretty nice. I can't tell what you have because hold on, hold on. Let me will it do it? There we go. Aftershock. Okay.
It's an okay digital pedal. I've had it for years, but now I'm finally selling it. I'm I'm gonna go analog now. I'm
Mm,
going full analog.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know, digital, it was
I would
fun while it
love an
lasted.
anagram. That's all I'm gonna say.
Those are, considered digital, right?
Oh, they are. Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
it's
yeah.
all
I don't
modeling and
know.
everything. Like,
Like,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, I asked at NAMM and I was given the name of the guy to be like, "Hey, is there any way like I'm happy to like send it back? Can I try one?" Like I do the YouTube thing. Y'all willing to take a risk on someone with like think at that point it was like 300 subs. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, send me an email." And I sent him an email. And like a month later, I was like, "Hey, it's been a month after NAM. I'm hoping things have calmed down. Any chance on this?" And then like another month after that, I sent him another one. And that's when I stopped because I was like, "Yeah, no. I've sent 3 messages. I'm not worth their time. That's fine. I'm not going to keep wasting both our times. That's a base
I don't
six.
know.
That's not a
I feel like
base."
on your end, I just keep pushing. I just keep pushing.
You know, the one that did get me irritated is these lovely people at Swift Audio. Like,
Ah,
while
okay.
while at NAMM, I was walking around, I saw their booth, and they had a really cool looking booth. And I go over there, and I was with Aristotle Jones, and I go over there, and I'm telling him, I'm like, "Hey, I have this model. I have the model that looks like a shark fin. I had a different model. Like I'm standing at one of their sections, and like half the stuff they have out there for wireless transmission. I'm like, I've had it, I still have it. This one is still my favorite of all my wireless charging, like all my wireless systems. It charges with USB-C. It has a 3.5 mil
That's
head,
really
but
cool.
it has the screw-in adapter, which makes it slightly longer, so it fits in most anything. The fact that it has like all of the motion range that you could need
Yeah, you
to
got that
both,
swivel.
yeah, to both plug it in and get it folded out of the way. Um, so like I really love it. And then one lady who was working at the booth comes over. She's like, "Do you have any questions?" I was like, "Not really." Like I'm telling him how good these are. And she's like, "Oh, you've used our stuff?" And I was like, I have two wireless system comparison videos, and I've compared yours to like the Positive Grid Spark Link, which are like $150, and you can get these for like $40, $50 maybe if you can't find them on sale. I was like, and yours are, in my opinion, better. Like there's slight more noise to it, but these are using, I think these are a UHF as opposed to like the Link use a 2.4 gigahertz. But I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
so I was like, "And yours are better. I like it." And she's like, "Can I give you my you done videos on our stuff?" I was like, "Yeah, they're no one cares." Like, I think like 300 people have seen the video, so don't get like excited. And she gives me her business card, writes her email on the back. She's like, "If you could send me a link to those videos." I was like, "Oh, 301 views. Yes."
Heck yeah,
So
they'll post it
I
on their
so I
website.
send it, and like the next day I was walking by, and she like waves me down and waves to some guy, and he comes over. He's like, "So you made the videos that she was showing me?" I was like, "Probably. I sent her 2 videos. Like, unless
Yeah,
y'all like clicked to other videos, it could have been someone else." Um, and he's like, "I want you to send her an email about collaborating." I was like,
nice.
"Really?" So they
Let's
have a
go.
newer one that instead of like this, long rectangular shape, it's like a ball,
Huh,
and they're like over $100 new, and they were supposed to send me one. And after like I met like so they had NAM, and they were like, "Give us like a few weeks after NAM because like this is a lot." And I was like, "Sure, sounds great." Well, I emailed them, I guess, like the first or second day of Chinese New Year. So they were like, "Yeah, the whole like media and PR team are on vacation for like a month for Chinese New Year." I was like, "Ah, sounds good." So I wait till Chinese New Year's over. A week later, I send an email, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, we're back in the office. Let us get this figured out." And it's like 3 weeks later, I've emailed them twice with no answer. And I literally just swipe it out of my inbox, like, "Okay." that's done. They probably looked, and again, I am in normal life, I am very not humble. But when it comes, I'm a realist. And I look at my channel and I'm like, I wouldn't give me free stuff to, or even I might not even risk, like, I'm going to send you this and I hope you return it. Like, I wouldn't take that risk if I was a company. Like, this thing costs us money to make, it's going to cost shipping. No. But then they ended up messaging me back like a couple weeks after I just gave up on them, and they were like, hey, so we don't have any more of that unit to send out. So I don't know if they get like so many or whatever, or if they're just trying to be nice and let me down gently. I don't know. And I'm like, no, that's
Never
completely
know.
fine. I was like, if you guys find one. And what's funny is the main reason I went over to their booth, one was to show Aristotle, like, hey, they have these really cool products. Like, you guys tour. If you want a wireless system, like, these are great for that. Like, just really to show him and help them get like a sale. But then I noticed they had a bunch of like IEM systems, like similar to the X Vives, where it's like a box and then a box, and you just plug the transmitter in, you plug your headphones into the receiver, clip it on your belt, and
Mhm.
you're good. And I was like, I would love, in the email, I was like, I understand you don't have any of the wireless guitar systems. That's fine. Do you have any IEM systems I could try out and do a review? Because, like, I do IEMs at church, and I would love to do a comparison of like being able to buy a cheap set of like $40 studio over ear headphones and plug them into your system, and then show people like you don't need hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a system to have wireless and be able to still hear. Like, you can use cheap, decent headphones, and this will still work. And they never answered on the IEMs, like, ever. So I'm definitely gonna see them at
Yeah.
NAM and be like, "Hey, so you guys get any of this in that you're gonna send me last year?" But eh.
Uh, Brings me back to Roto Sound. That's why I stopped even just communicating with them moving forward. I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm their demographic or their person of interest.
Your
They
problem
just,
is that you weren't a fat bald guy, because they remember
whew,
those apparently.
I guess so. I don't know, but I mean, I'm cool. Roto Sound ain't really my type of brand anyway. Um, I've even recently tried their pressure wound string, which is like their own version of pressure wound, since GHS is kind of famously well known for their pressure wound strings. And I actually tried it on a Sterling, and actually pretty recently, like about almost a month ago. And nah, I didn't like it. I think all their
So
strings that
what's
they
that?
have,
What's a
all their
pressure
strings
wound?
is like bright. Like if you really
Hmm.
want brightness and all that stuff, like even if you're trying to, let's say for example, you have a bass that you want kind of warm because it's too bright, you throw those strings on, and you're getting double of the brightness that you originally, have or you never wanted. I don't know. Roto sounds to me are like a different animal. I don't think they're the type of string for me. I actually went back to DRs. I was strongly on Dunlop for about 3-ish years, and now as of recently, I've just gone back to DR, and I'm still going strong with DR. Like I actually just bought a set of what was it? Height no fat beams. I tried them on the jazz bass on the Antigua uh last night, and it was pretty good. I'm still playing them right now. Actually, I was just jamming with the Antigua before I was out with family, and yeah, I was like, fat beam strings on a jazz bass is where it's at, and a lot of people have told me that too. I just
Hmm.
haven't gone around to them until just this year, and I'm like,
So
yeah, people are saying it's the truth.
so like where you're saying on the pressure wounds are super bright. So that's like the oh, I'm trying to think of a, so it's like the like steel kind of thing. Like, if you get the stainless steel strings, those are usually brighter than a nickel, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, I might have tried it on a bass that was already active, you know what I mean? Like I didn't try it on a
Hmm.
passive. It was my experience, but on a Sterling type bass. If it was like on a regular passive bass, like a P bass or a jazz bass,
I
yeah,
found those to be really bright.
yeah, they are, and they
Yeah.
actually are. Just like the packaging, they are bright. I've tried the 45 and 105 gauges years ago, I thought they were okay. Hell yeah, that's right. Dragon skins, you got the condom strings, let's go.
Yeah, those were the multi-scale. So those haven't released yet.
Mhm.
The D'Addario, NYXLs, I think those just came out. That video released Friday. The string ones come out every Friday. So the next one is the Dragon String Nickel, then the Dragon String Steel Black strings, their black coating, then D'Addario's XS, and then the Labella flats that are Fret Nation exclusive. They order them specifically
Oh, yeah.
for the Dingwall scale, and they're not cheap. And then I messaged Jason through the website, and he was like, "I'll make you a deal here."
Yeah, he's amazing. I go to him all the time, and he doesn't live too far from me. I actually was there Friday to pick up strings. That's where I buy my
Mm,
strings. I don't go anywhere else. That's like the guy. And every time
yeah,
I show up at his shop at like an industrial place, he's always like, "Here's the strings. That's it." Like, right when I
yeah.
ring the doorbell, I don't even ring the doorbell. He just sees me coming and he just opens the door. I'm like, "Awesome.
Oh, it's him again. I know what he
This is what
wants
I
here.
Oh, yeah, I bug that dude all the
Here's your
time. I'm always
DRs.
like, I probably visit his shop like 4 times a month just because there's
Oh,
always something new I wanna try. I'm like, "Alright, you got GHS balance nickel? Yeah, I wanna revisit those. It's been a while." So I go and I hit him up, or
does
sometimes
he have
I
like his
ask him.
bases and stuff there that he has for
Yeah.
sale?
Oh, yeah,
You
I think
should.
one time he had Warwicks and Spectres
Mm,
literally just already set up. And he's all like, this was at his older shop before the one he moved to recently. And he's all like, oh, it's Sadowski too. And he's like, oh, yeah, I just got this Sadowski and you want to try it out? And he had like this setup. And I was like, yeah, sure. Tried it out. And of course, I wasn't really playing anything like virtuoso,
yeah,
virtuistic, whatever. I was just fiddling around and he just kind of looked at me and I'm just like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then I complimented about the whole blend not being upside down or reversed. He's all like, yeah, it's a Sadowski thing. I don't know why. And I'm like, okay. And that already automatically just turned me off from Sadowski in general.
yeah.
That's just so weird. I don't, it's weird. There's no comment about that. And I would never see myself owning a Sadowski, period. Not because of that. Just the way they felt in my hand. They're not for me.
I don't think I've ever played one, but if you go up there and you go in to try stuff, AC Guitars out of Scotland, they are the exclusive
Nice.
US distributor. Um, so you could try those out. He uses, I'm trying to remember, high pass and low pass filter pickups. Like if you go to
Oh,
his
cool.
website, you can read it, but like it's not EQ'd. It's high pass, low pass filters, and each string, I think, if I'm saying this correctly, I think each string has its own coil and you
Okay.
can adjust each string itself. So you can like bring the lows out of the low strings and make all, I don't know. I I'm the passive, I need a volume knob and that's it guy. And
Yeah.
he and his wife are such super nice people. Like I go to them every year at NAMM just to visit because they're so nice. Um,
Maybe
but
next year you should give them a bowl of haggis. I think they'll appreciate you even more.
oh, I'm sure they will appreciate the, like, cultural connotations of the Americans showing up with their, like, country's stereotypical food. They're actually right next to, like, the food court
Oh, that
area.
year? That's so cool.
Every year.
Oh,
Like the
every
like
year.
the
So they just
like
have
the
that specific
like the
area.
food stuff is here and the bathrooms are on the other side of them, and they're like, "It's great because people come by and they're, like, going to the bathroom, and then they come out of the bathroom and they're like,
I was gonna
"Hey,
say.
look,
Yep.
bases."
That's good traffic.
Or they come to get food and they're like, "Bases," and then they walk over, but,
Yep, that's me.
no. He and his wife are super nice, and I just go visit with them for, like, probably 20, 30 minutes every day just
That's
because 'cause they're,
good.
but he's actually working with OJ, who is friends with Jason, and OJ's the one who got their like exclusivity on being the US distributor for AC guitars. and OJ had messaged me after NAM, and I guess he is working on building a base with the intent of sending it around to all of us. Because he had asked, he was like, these are like $5,000 bases. Like,
Sheesh.
I need some confirmation, like that it's going to be
Sheesh.
okay. And it's like, well, yeah, I don't blame you. Like, I wouldn't. I was like, I'm telling you right now, I can't afford to just buy it. And he's like, well, we'll make you a
Right.
great deal. And I was like, you can't make a deal great enough that I can afford a $5,000 base. I can tell you right now. You could
I
literally
know, it's
sell
like
it
you're
to me for
tempting me,
you could
but
sell it to me for parts cost only and free labor and no markup. I probably still can't afford it
you should
because
be
he
like,
makes
"Look."
all of his stuff in-house. But I was like, here I told him, I was like, here would be my thing. I'd send a message to everybody like I normally do. Hey, who wants to review this? And anyone who says, I want to review it, I'm going to say, okay, here's the thing. They are going to buy all the shipping labels. So they have the ownership of insurance. So they can insure it for however much they want. And then, like, we each send them like $40 or something to say, like, here you go. We're covering our charge of shipping, but that way if it gets lost or broken, it's not a thing of, hey, Sono, I know you sent that base to Bully and UPS or FedEx, whomever, lost it. Did you remember to insure that base for 5 grand? And you're like, nah, I didn't insure it for nothing.
Oh,
It's like,
shit.
oh well. So and I can understand 100% like a company being like, this is literally weeks of my life making this thing, and now it's
$5,000 is not cheap either. You can't
absolutely.
make that up, like, by just picking out of your ass. You know what I mean?
If you can though,
Oh,
good for
I
you.
mean, yeah, I
But
mean,
say
that's Amazon
Bully,
for you, they don't care
not
about it.
but say last year Bully played one of the AC ones there and got to mess with all that uh high
Oh,
pass
that
low pass
the
pickup, the
different, yeah,
Scottish.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They were nice people. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're supposed to be apparently Alan is working on a base. I don't know if you heard it because you were probably trying to join then. Alan is apparently working on a base to get over. Fret Nation is their US distributor. And he's apparently going to work on a base in his Uber level, the top level, for the intent of I'm making a base to send around. So OJ said that when he and or Jason get that base, that he'll let me know. So if we all want to do it, we'll work something out. But that's what I was saying to Sono is most likely it's going to be something like, hey, anyone who wants to review the base, they're going to buy their shipping labels. They'll tell us how much the label is. That way they own the insurance. That way it's not, Sono going, oh no, I don't know what happened to that base. I need my $5,000 UPS. Thank you. No, I don't know. I only insured it for two
Oh,
grand. I'm real
I
sorry
mean,
about that.
they know where I live. They'll hunt me down. They'll probably send me letters and
I
probably
mean,
some
you're the one that's in
police
Larry.
people.
trouble because you're the yeah, docs your info. No, Sono's the one who's the worst off because he goes to Jason's 4 times a week, so he's just gonna be like, you,
Exactly. I see them in
you,
person,
it was
so it's like
you.
I don't want that. I don't want that reputation to haunt me over and over in my life.
You don't want him to haunt you. He's gonna come find you.
I mean, again, he knows my address too. He does business with me all the time.
It's the same day. Hey, what happened with the insurance money? Oh, they're paying it out soon. I know
So
you're in there. I've got a set of DRs if we can make this go away.
so kind of off topic, right when Bully came like this came onto the stream, it reminded me of an encounter Thursday because I went to go meet up with a person from a local offer up sale because I wanted a second Galleon Kruger Neo 4, the 212, because I already have one, but I want another one so I can stack it for the rehearsal I had last night with this metal band. And mind you, this metal band is extremely loud. I can't even have my 212s be in peace if I'm competing with two 412 cabinets with tube heads. So I was like, I can't do this. I can't keep getting stomped every rehearsal. So I had to get a second 212 for my 412 stack. And it stomped both of them. So I'm glad. Anyway, I go to LA because this is where the guy was located for the second cabinet. I go to I stop by a Chase Bank, which is around the corner where he lived, because I wanted to take out cash in person. So I go in the chase, and I'm opening the door for someone that's coming out as I'm about to come in. So I hold the door, and this guy was like, he was like, "Thanks, man," and I was like, "Yeah, anytime." And I was like, "Wait a minute, I just opened the door for McFoley. He was at the Chase Bank, and I didn't realize he was McFoley until like seconds later." And I was like, "Wait, that was McFoley. That was so cool." But
And then he
I said it to
chased him
I said it to the
down,
security
and
guard that was there, but he
Bang,
didn't
bang.
he didn't understand. So I felt bad because I was like, am I the only guy that knew who he was? Not the security guard. I was like, oh, whatever. So he kind of stole my moment. I was like, I just opened the door for McFoley. And
that was Mick Foley, and the guy's like,
yeah,
"That's Mike.
that
Like, he
was
comes in here all the
awesome.
time. Like, what are you talking about?"
Yeah,
You
because
mean the
like,
old guy with no teeth? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it didn't
He
take
doesn't
me
look like he's
like
got money, but he's in here all the time. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe he
I
sits
just
down
thought
at a
that was
street corner
cool.
nearby. I'm not real sure. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, what a day. And I didn't spend a whole lot of time in like Hollywood, LA area because I just know traffic on Fridays are the worst. And sure enough, I got my shit and went, and I only had to sit for like 30 minutes of traffic. But I'm like, honestly, I'd rather sit 30 minutes than 2.5 hours because that's how bad LA is, especially on a Friday. And I got there at 11:30 in the morning. I left like at noon. Yeah, at noon, close to like 12:30, because the guy that I bought the cabinet from, he was like very talkative, and like he was like, "Here, grab a bass," because I don't know what accent he had, but definitely not from here. And he's like, "Here, grab a bass, let's jam." And I was like, "Well, sure." Started jamming a bit, and we kind of got lost in the groove for like an hour. And I was like, "What am I here for?" "Oh yeah, we bought the cabinet. I'm good to go." He's like, "All right, I'll walk you out, and I'll direct you out because the space to get out is really tight. So I'll direct you." Okay. So directed me out. He's like, "Have a good one. Take care. That's all I need." And that was it. But I thought, man,
Cool.
that was really cool. An experience. But yeah, I don't know why that just came to mind when Bully showed up. I just thought, oh, I think he'd appreciate it.
and then as he was leaving, there was this guy with long hair, and as he got in his car, he's like, "Oh, that was Shawn Michaels held the door for him. That was real nice."
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
I just imagine Shawn Michaels walks around that's on his phone or a Bluetooth speaker. Just
Oh, it
everywhere.
has to be, dude.
He's always strutting
Yeah,
everywhere. It's like in a
absolutely.
Walmart shopping.
Oh yeah. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
And he still got it. He still got
It's
it.
funny. Yeah,
He's
man.
up at the cash register at a gas station trying to pay for his gas. They're like, "Sir, do you have your card?"
Boom.
"Sir, it needs you to take your card out." "Hold on."
My girls, wow, got the moves that really move them. I said you would. I'm a wrestling fan.
It's funny because like I haven't even like I was never really into the current wrestling until like just recently, like maybe about 4-ish months ago. And I've
Mhm.
just been kind of tuning in here and there. But my worst experience was Monday Night Raw. And I'm like, did Raw really like go downhill? Because this shit was boring.
Mhm.
Man, 3 hours of just boring. And I remember telling my
Yeah.
mom, I was like, I don't think I could ever get my 3 hours back because I was literally like
"I
popcorned up
demand
and
a
everything.
refund of my time."
Yeah, because like I mean, I don't pay for Netflix. My sister does, and she was like, "Here's the password." Cool. So I was like, "All right, let's do this." And I was like, first time watching Raw, modern Raw, because the only time I seen Raw was like
It's
2008 actually,
online now.
2008, 2010.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The company themselves were bought out by a media mogul called TKO, and they're about making $1. They don't really care about storylines or the constituents that actually care about the characters, right? They just
Who's the highest paid? They're fired. Get them out of here.
basically they just had a mass exodus of like 14 wrestlers like last week.
Yeah,
And a
that's
few
right.
of them were kind of controversial. This isn't a wrestling podcast. But
last time I watched it, you had to have USA. That was the last time I watched.
They're still on
Oh,
USA.
remember
They on
UPN?
USA too.
Remember UPN?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
SmackDown
only
home
place.
quarters.
Yeah, I never got to watch SmackDown because that was a local channel, and as far out in the country as I lived, we
Dish.
didn't get that. So it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, we had to get satellite, and then the satellite you had to pay the company we had. It was like an extra $10 or $20 a month to add
Sheesh.
local channels. So it was like,
Which
well,
is really crazy. You
it's
couldn't
like,
just
well,
get an
Yeah.
antenna.
still not watching. Well, that
Right.
was the thing. Like we have a 50-foot area, 50-foot aerial, like, and you couldn't get it. Like there was no chance.
Dang.
Like Vince McMahon walking out there, no chance.
That's what you
Strutting the
got.
entire time.
But like, so it's like my one of my friends got to watch it, so she would tell me, like, you know, every Monday, oh, here's what happened. Okay, good. Okay, oh, and this happened. Oh, okay, good. And then I'd watch Raw and be like, well, I know what this is.
Right? It's like, did
I
you see
don't
what
know
happened with the
anything.
Kurt Angle?
Yeah,
Well, it was
so
always funny because she'd be like my favorite, I guess, not just because of the mythos of the character himself, but the fact I never got to see him was Undertaker. So she'd be like, here's what happened with Undertaker. Okay, I don't care about the rest of the episode now. That's all I need to know. And then, like, if ever we got a pay-per-view, it would be like, oh, I get to see him. This is great.
man, so he's not he's retired, right? So
Yeah.
like he don't have to be the dead man. He could just be Mark Calloway now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
But, like-
videos recently with him, like interviews and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say I'm really sad he
a little
doesn't
weird.
have the really
With his
high pitched
dreadful
little
wife.
girl's voice in real life. Just saying, I was really hoping that's what he sounded like, and that's why he was always quiet on the show.
No.
Yeah, because his wife's at the podcast now. He's all quiet.
Yeah, well, she got him by the balls. Most of the stories that he tells, she know the other side, and she don't let it ride.
I know,
So-
man.
Not the last
It's a
time.
nice dynamic. It's a nice dynamic because he's normally
Yeah.
like a powerful, menacing figure, and he's terrified of his old lady. And it's very funny to watch him clam up whenever she says, "Oh, really?"
Right? Right? Like that whole Godfather segment. I was like,
Yeah.
Tell us more. Tell us more
I need
about
to
these
know.
about these women."
How did the Godfather thing happen? Tell that story.
Right? Exactly. And we all know that you love hoes. That was
All right,
such a
so-
great part, just so he can break character.
Yeah, but he didn't though. Like
No.
his eyes were smiling, but his face was stoic. But
Right.
he knew he got him, right? So,
Right?
Yeah. I seen you pulling up bases a little bit ago. What was the general consensus there? I was talking to my kids, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
had it on
we were
mute.
just seeing.
Pull it
So
up, pull it
Sono
up.
was on while I had reverb up, and we were just scrolling through what was there, seeing
Mhm.
if there was anything interesting to talk about.
Okay.
That was basically, it's like what Sono used to do of the Market Watch, except it wasn't we were looking for good deals. I was mostly just being like, hey, look at this weird thing. I don't know about it. And then Sono being like, hey, I know about that thing, except that one's way stupid overpriced. So I don't know who's selling it, but you can find it for
Yeah.
$800 instead of $1,800. So
I know that
I'm-
$1,000 markup was like atrocious. Like, who does that? Oh yeah, someone that's trying to like get more than what they paid. You know, like that's just how it is. It's the name of the
Mhm.
game.
I'm
Market is
thinking
never
about
fair.
opening up a reverb shop and kind of getting rid of some of the stuff I have in here.
Woo. All right,
That's
That's
something
what I'm thinking about
have-
doing.
you can, I'm about to say, when I opened mine, because I had so many things that were coming through, going in, going out, I literally just put a link to the YouTube channel. Like, I probably have a video of it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Figure if I get 10 extra views out of it, that makes it worth it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had
I'm
one
allowed.
person
Worked
who put a comment in a video. They go, I found your channel through your reverb store. Thanks for doing a review of this bass. And
That's
that
how
was
it
it.
is?
I was like, they didn't buy it though. That's the thing that really got me. It's like you watched the video, like,
You
if
got
I
an
remember right, it was a
audience.
bass that I liked too. So it's not
got
like
one
I was
you-
like, this bass sucks. No one should own this. It's like, hey, thanks for doing
Oh.
the review.
And
Bye.
I've done it for the Mike Kerr. And people, you know what's funny? People still buy the bass. And I'm actually happy that people are still buying the bass as much as I hated it. That just tells me that my opinion should not matter. And that's the whole point. People should just figure out the way they like things on their own terms.
Mm.
Don't take my word for it.
So go ahead and tell me about this Antigua that you finna make a mistake with.
Ooh, oh, I don't know. I mean, is it a mistake? Because I'm technically selling just the neck. I'm not selling the base. Selling just the neck because I actually want I want a 9.5 inch radius as opposed to a 7.25 because that's the one that it has currently on it, and I just can't get along with it. Like the setup for me, because I like a low setup. I don't like anything too medium or mid high because that's what it is right now. Currently, it's a mid high. It's in a mid high action, and I don't like it. I like to play fast, especially if I'm playing with the pick most of the time. And so I've been seeing myself struggling playing that bass, especially when it comes to like faster note passages with just
Okay.
pure pick, and I'm just holding on to like one note for like maybe good 8 measures. I'm happy, I'm chill. But when it's just like for something that I'm trying to like go a little bit more like fast, it's just like nah. My left hand's starting to like I wouldn't say swell up, but it's getting tired. Like I don't want to do this
Mm,
anymore. I want to just play something else that's a little bit more easy, something that I'm not having to fight too much on, you know?
mm.
So that's what I'm just trying to get rid of, which is the neck. So I can get
I'm
like a
on this
custom one
side
from
now.
Music Craft. Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know
It's like
what
I took your
happened. I
spot. I'm
literally
like,
just
I'm the
like
channel
moved
now.
something and all of a sudden everyone was gone. And I was like, oh
I'm
no,
the
my
okayest
internet.
bassist now.
Well, like it was gone. And I was like, uh-oh, did I lose internet? No, I have apparently Restream decided didn't that I wanted to log out. But yet it left the video. So that's good. I was really worried it was just like,
Yeah, so
nope,
that's
too
good.
bad. No
Yeah,
friends for you.
not bad. Yeah, but I don't know if it's a mistake, to be quite honest. I'm just trying to get an improvement on a different neck with a different radius profile. Still
Okay.
keep it the same look as terms of aesthetic, because there's a website called musicraft.com, and there's an actual option where you can like have the truss rod look like a bullet truss rod. I'm like, okay, cool, just like the one I have currently. So if I were to sell the neck, use the funds towards the new neck that's going to be custom made for my taste, and it's gonna have the same bullet truss rod access, yeah, why not? I'll do it.
Okay. So give me the material layout. What you gonna do on it? You gonna go back maple or you gonna go roasted or what's the outlook?
Um, I was playing with the idea of like, all right, I wouldn't mind a roasted neck, just so I can get like that stability going, and then replace the truss rod to a carbon fiber truss rod. Uh, but it just I don't know. To me, I think it's too bougie, and not only that, it's too bougie, but the price for that upgraded aesthetic is
Mm,
kind of high. That's like at that point I'd be dropping money on a brand new bass. That's how expensive it's going to come out to be. So if I just
mm.
keep it bare bones like the way I have it now currently, it's not bad of a price. It's workable, but it's something that I probably would just, you know, I would mm, buy once, cry later. I guess I've been using that term a lot lately. Because the neck that I want specked out is going to be like around $800.
That's
So
a
it's
base.
like it's
That's
exactly,
actually that's two
yeah,
sorry, M2s.
yeah, exactly. And if I were to go the roasted,
Americans will
if I were to
use
go the
any
whole
unit of
roasted
measure
treatment,
but the metric system.
and then not even counting the roasted treatment and the carbon fiber stuff, so adding that on top of it, it'd be
1100.
yeah, exactly 11 to 1200. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I would like it, but it's like, nah, I'd rather reserve it for like a base that I actually want in my roster. Cause there's a list. I have a list of bases I want this year. And so far I've only scratched two of them out of the want list out of 4 or 5 that I have next.
Mm.
And I was preaching minimalism last week. It's hard.
I
It's
was
hard.
about to say, you were just saying how you went from your 3 racks of bases down to like
Yeah.
4 or 5, and
And
1 week
it's
later,
growing again, but at least I'm getting a little bit more intentional with it because I don't want two of the same thing. Like I was telling Travis earlier, I got rid of a parts P base that I have. I just sold the neck today, and I told myself I don't need two P bases because I don't see myself needing a second P base that's a dedicated flat wound option, because I don't play flat wounds a whole lot. None of the
Mm.
music I play outside of the channel require flat wound strings. So it's like, what's the point? I'll just stick with just a P bass that's dedicated with rounds because that's all I play. out of all the strings I have in a drawer or in a box, because I don't have a drawer yet, I'm still transitioning for this new room I got, and everything is out of whack still. But all the strings I have in a box are all rounds, no flats, just rounds. Only time I ever buy flat ones is for the channel, and that's it. And I haven't even done a thing in over a year. But I did do a comparison of a GK Neo cab that I want to put out, just not yet, because I'm I'm using DaVinci now, which is like a different program for editing videos instead of
Mm,
Adobe, because I don't like paying for a subscription anymore. It's so much money
yeah.
now, and it's
I swapped
yeah.
from
I use
Adobe
this.
to Filmora Wondershare.
I
Ooh.
use this thing called iMovie. It's free. It's great.
I should use that too, honestly, because my ecosystem is Macs, but I'm slowly getting into Windows because that's kind of like the line of work that I'm doing now. The company is using Windows, so I bought myself like a cheapo like Lenovo ThinkPad, just so I can
Mm,
like mess around with the Windows operating system, and
yeah.
yeah, I'm actually thankful for it. It's not bad for a cheapo $250 laptop that's running off a DDR4 RAM. Because we in DDR5 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Look
but
as
You've
good as
got the
it
mine.
money
still
for it.
works.
I haven't
Yeah, it still
upgraded my
works.
system since the beginning of the pandemic, really.
Dang. Okay,
So
that's not
I
bad.
got the same desktop for 6 years now. So it
Sheesh.
might be time for a refresh, but everything's still kicking. So,
Yeah, I'm like that with my MacBook too.
but
You
yeah,
Only
also
man.
lives
have
tweaking.
the M4 Mini, right?
Yeah, I still have my
Me?
M4 Mini. That's what I use now. That's what's currently being run on right now. This is my
Yeah.
old one from school, like in 2019. So that was pretty.
Mm,
It's still running. This is what I used actually when I first started my channel. And then once the ad revenue kicked in, and I'm like, you know what? This ad revenue is kicking in. I'm gonna
mhm.
use it for the channel. So I bought an M4 Mini for the studio or for the workspace because the laptop didn't have much RAM. It was like 16 gigs of RAM. And with
About to
all the
say
other
at
stuff I was running,
2019, that's probably what, an i5 or the i7 with 16.
yes. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I got to go off camera. I'm getting a phone call. But yeah, carry on. Sorry about
Hmm.
this.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about starting a reverb shop because it's probably like realistically I can get rid of 8 of them. But I go through that and I'm like, yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
this is what and then I'm like, but I built that one. Mm,
I about to say I've gone back and forth. I have way too many, and like I've looked at the wall before and been like, I don't even know when I played that last. To the
exactly.
point like not even in the room. And then I told myself at one point, like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I used to do when Elliot was little, and I'm just gonna grab like each bass every time a song changes on like YouTube that I'm playing along with stuff. Every time a song
Mhm.
changes, I'm gonna grab a different bass. And when I got to the end of it, it was like, okay, I just spent so much time in here, so I could talk myself into keeping these because I've now played it recently. But now, like, I look at what I have and I'm just like, I just did the re-review. I think that comes out Wednesday of all the bases I've kept where I'm like, I have this, here's what it's close to, here's what I like about it. And when I did it, it's like there are, I think, 2 or 3 bases that are like I could get rid of it or not. Like
Mhm.
when everyone's done with the hills bases, the multi-scale, I plan to talk to Ron about having it replace this one. Like I'll just
Mhm.
sell this one and then buy that one because it came from Nam and it has a big chip. You'll see it. It's in the back, right behind the tuning stuff. Someone thought they had it on the hanger, and I guess they felt the resistance of it there, but it was not in all the way. So when they let it go, it just hit the ground, and all it did was took like a 1 inch chunk of paint out of the back. And at Nam, they just had it in there, and they had a piece of like scotch tape holding it in there. It's like we can't lose that. And then I don't know why,
Nope.
but it seems like they stuck it back in there with super glue, but they didn't like make sure it was level, so it's higher. So it's like
Mm.
literally either chip that back out and put it in right, or like sand it down, or just don't give a crap. Like I'd probably put a piece of clear box tape over it just so it's not sharp and catching on a shirt. But like there are 2 or 3 that I have that I could get rid of and not really worry about it. But like there are others that are coming. Um, I know you've played my Lord of the Rings. I think you both have. And we've already had it in the chat, but that guy is making the titanium one, or the titanium top. He is making that like right now.
The hell is happening over here? Hold on.
Some parental control here. No, but
Parental discretion is advised.
I just joined into the whole conversation late. I had a phone call with the parentals, so I was like, "Oh, okay, you know how to take that one. Can't just leave it on a voicemail." But yeah,
well, if I have a phone call from a parental, I will have many things going on at one point, as none of mine are alive. So if one of those phone numbers
Sheesh,
rings
man,
through to my phone, I won't even be telling you guys I'm putting this on call and hold.
You would have been like,
You'd
I
have
don't
just been
remember
hearing
leaving. You would be like, I would remember leaving a cell phone to my dead mom in her coffin. So why is she calling me from the grave?
No, her phone's actually with my oldest, because she still had, like, my mother and I had she wouldn't get a new phone unless she had to. And then once I finally got her on an iPhone, it was just copy it over, and she didn't care. So it was like I'd get a phone, and then I would take her old phone that she currently had. She'd get my old phone, and I'd trade her phone in, because they always do the, hey, this phone just launched, trade in an old iPhone, and we give you like $1,000 off.
Boop,
Yeah,
Yep.
and just and then whenever she died, I just started doing that with the oldest kid. I was like, here, you can have Granny's phone. Okay. It's like, had a cheap, crappy phone. Of course I want this one. But no, because you just got those 2 in, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have those, and then I don't remember who gets them after you, if it's Floof or if it's Sono. I don't remember. I'll have to check the list.
I don't know the order either. I'm just chilling at home, honestly. I'm just chilling.
I'm planning on making a quick turnaround on those. I'll probably do a groove, do a demo on each one. That's 4, and then up the road. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing.
Well, I just sent Chris that case that Ron also is the distributor for, the doctor case, which, Bully, you weren't at NAMM. Sono, you didn't actually go to NAMM. I don't know the guy, Pastor Groove. I guess he's a player.
Dope, man.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
So I sent the case to Chris, so he'll send that to, I guess Floof will be next, and then I think either Floof or Proper. Anyway, I'll put the list. I have the list on my phone, and I keep check marks of who's done what. And then, but it's a dual base case, has like detachable wheels, like luggage wheels, and then like really heavily padded, like super nice. Like it fits as much as the Enki, but it's not that stupid big and heavy.
Yeah, it's not stupid big like that one time you tried putting it in my sedan and we were just stuck in the freaking John Wayne airport.
When you have, I'm just gonna say, when you have airport security walk by laughing at you, you know you're making good decisions in life, because they're not even yelling at you to get out of the way anymore. They're just like, these guys are stupid.
They're already going through it. Just leave them alone. They're already going through it.
And then you had this old guy, the audacity of the old guy. Hurry up. You got to keep going. You can't stop here. Keep going. And I'm like, my lights are on E-lights, so...
And then the next
you
person
have to deal with my E-lights.
At us like, good look.
He's gonna have to deal with this Dumb and Dumber type scene, because it's gonna get dumber. Watch, the more you hear, it's gonna get dumber.
Yeah, $72 to get a van to come pick me up. It was great.
$72, bro.
That's how much the Uber was. It was like $20 just for them to go to the airport, and then the fact that it was a larger vehicle cost more, and the drive from the vehicle to the house. So yeah, it wasn't good. So I'm very
That was a
excited
30,
to be able
yeah.
to replace the end key with anything. But like, it's so good. I
Well,
really
we're
liked
doing it
it.
again
Do you
next
have
year,
a
though, right?
you have an idea about how much it
Garage is
costs?
broken.
Huh?
The garage is broken.
What are you talking about?
The whole
door's not
garage.
shitty.
It's like
Oh,
just
shit.
split in half. There was a
Okay.
roof a
Did the
minute ago. There's not now.
hold on, yeah.
It's one of those situations where you're not supposed to drive forward in through the wall. It was not good.
So
Speaking of,
I
yeah,
have
go
a
ahead.
I have a garage air conditioning unit. I was working out a little bit
Oh.
earlier,
Nice.
and I take the
The
emergency latch,
garage is broken.
and then I pull the latch, right? So it's off the track. That way I can put the exhaust outside and not have all the bugs fly in because the garage door is wide open, right? So I forgot to reset the
Re-engage it.
latch. So he's gonna hit it, it's gonna catch, and then everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
In theory, that's what's gonna happen.
So it's kind of a very sensitive sensor then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what it is with my parents' house too. It's like, oh, if there's a little tiny like lint of hair, it's gonna like, nope, go back up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The you'd asked how much the case is. It's retails at $350.
Oh, okay, decent.
Okay, so
yeah,
I don't know. Well, it's 2 bases. Okay.
it's not the Loch Ness monster, is it?
I imagine it's pretty thick. It's a thick girl.
Actually, I think those are the words I used as I opened it from the box. Was she thick?
And then it's like
thick
with
and
2
it's like,
T's.
yeah,
2
and then you see a guy come out of the corner. I need about $350.
That's how much it is.
I need about $350.
That's about $350. Yeah, man.
But no, I got it in, and I was literally I liked everything about that case. And then I looked at Dot and I was like, you think I can convince Ron to send a different one to everyone else, and I could just keep this one? Because
oh, that's funny.
But and then I packaged it up and like I had it, opened it, recorded the video, wished I could keep it for like 10 minutes, and then packaged it back up and took it the next day so it could get to Chris. Because the sooner everyone else gets done with it, the sooner it gets back to me, and then I can keep it. But so
that's
that
the name
one's
of the game, baby. That's
so
the
that
name of the
one's
game.
Hell yeah.
that one's coming through. Sono, the 4-string should be coming to you, I think, sometime soon. Floof said that I think he said he's already recorded some stuff with it. So
oh, good. So that's the one that I'm going to be getting next, the one that's been abused by shipping.
Well, I have to email the builder because apparently the like not the knob, outer knob, like the actual inner shaft of the knob is like sunken in right now. If you saw that in the chat. So I have to message the guy and be like, do you want him to open it and see if he can like figure out why the knob portion is sunken into the pot or what? Because I have no clue. Like everything was fine. So I don't know how hard they threw it around to get it to the freaking Walgreens that Floof apparently lives at. But have you seen it in the chat yet, Bully?
No, I haven't been paying attention really.
Chris sent the El Guitar bass, and it was going to Floof, and there was some sort of error. He said apparently the zip code wasn't correct, and when FedEx sent it back to him and he told him what to correct, apparently they changed not just the zip code, but they changed the address number. So apparently it got delivered to a Walgreens. So once everything was figured out, there's just a bass chilling at Walgreens. So Floof goes to pick it up because I guess FedEx called and was like, yo, here's what's going on. We made this mistake. I was terrified that it was just going to be a lost in shipping, and then I'm going to have to explain to somebody why this like couple $1,000 instrument is gone and hope that it was insured. So yeah, no. So, and you said you weren't worried about that 4-string. So it won't. Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. So it'll go to Sono next. And then Sono's the last reviewer, and the guy lives in like LA. So whether you choose to ship it or just meet up with the guy,
I'll probably
um,
meet up with him. Yeah, I don't mind. It'd
he's a
be a great way
super
to
nice
talk.
dude. Like the people from AC Guitars are super nice, and this guy was like nice in like the humble way. Like the dude's invented all this stuff and has patents on all these different things. Like if you look at his website, he's got patents on crazy stuff. Like it's a lot of guitar stuff too, but like these pickups and all that. It's like really cool. And he's just like, yeah, yeah, I have this. And I started to walk by because I was like, it's all guitars. Like it's all
Hmm.
pickups for guitars. It's like stuff for like Fender strats on like the tremolo system and all these other things. And Aristotle was walking with me and he's like, oh, there's a bass right there. And I was like, there is. And I go, oh, I didn't see you did bass. He goes, yeah. And he turns like one of his displays that he has and he's like, yeah, I do bass pickups too. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So he's like, "You want to play it?" And I was like, "No, I don't do that at NAMM." Like the dude had it was like a Fender. It was not a bass amp. I don't remember what it said, but it was. I mean, the bass, the amp was had to have been at least 3 foot wide, and it was like a guitar amp. It had like the silver mesh cover on the front,
Was it
and
laid over on its side?
it wasn't on its side. It was on like an angle
Oh, okay.
stand, and he plugs the bass into it and hands it to me, and I start playing a little bit and he's like just grabs the volume knob and cranks it in the middle of me
Dude.
playing. And I'm going to say this, it didn't sound like it was me playing, but it didn't sound bad like from that amp. I was waiting for a guitar amp just to be like and it didn't
Man.
sound like he ended up turning it down. Like I think he meant to turn it a little bit. He turned it a lot. And I played it and it sounded like really nice there, which if something sounds nice at NAMM, that's pretty amazing because it's like the
Yeah.
worst place in the world. And
Hey,
then
I gotta go see about these fools because he just texted me. Lord Jesus.
the rest of
Hopefully
the
I'll be back.
garage is broken now. It
All
has
good.
2 walls left, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the
Well,
messed up
we'll
part
s-
is the garage is directly under me. So if I just disappear out of here, then
He
what
doesn't
the hell
say he
happened?
has to go, you just gone.
But
All
yeah,
the
man.
bases are on the wall, Bully's just gone.
Yeah, there's just the floor. It's just me and my
Holding the
GK
floor.
sitting down there like this. Anyway, let me go
It's like
downstairs,
Blues
man.
yeah,
Brothers. He
man.
gets up,
Handle your
dusts
thing.
himself off, and leaves.
Yeah, man. Bye.
All right, see
Bye.
you, man.
Dude.
But no, like reminds me of that one time at NAM when we were at Nova Guitars where with Johnny, and there was like an Ampeg bass amp, like a combo amp,
Oh,
but it was the smallest
early
one,
that
like
like
the
first day.
yeah, and that was the smallest one that they had there. It was like a 1x8 combo, and there's for the life of us, we were like, "Can we hear what it sounds like?" No, it's so loud at this event, you could
Yeah.
barely hear the bass. And I'm like, well, there's a headphone output, just plug in the headphones. And that was the other way that we can go about it. But even then, with headphones, it was still not loud
Yeah.
enough.
It was I think it was AMP who said at one point, like someone asked him like, "Hey, how would you describe NAM?" And he's like, "Okay, so think of all the worst parts of Guitar Center."
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
End
Yeah,
sentence. Like it's just
very
it's
much.
all the people like the worst thing like at the AC Guitars booth is it was right across like a main walkway that they leave open for the food court bathrooms. Like Reverend is right across, and some guitar hero decided to sit down and crank their amp as loud as it would go, and it was facing that
Whew.
booth. Like I'm hearing impaired, and I was even sitting here going, that must be really bad for everyone else because I
Oh,
only have like 40% left, and the rest of y'all must just want to murder that person
I
right now.
wonder if you were there with us when we were at, maybe not, but we were at LEH's
Hmm.
booth. And it was me, Johnny, Floof, maybe you, but we were just kind of waiting for this person to stop playing the bass so that way Johnny can play it.
Mm.
and this guy just that was playing was just so obnoxious. He just kept flailing the thing, abusing the
Mm.
crap out of the base. Me, Johnny Floof, and the builder at LEH were just looking at each other like, is this guy for real? Is he really doing what he's doing? Because this guy was just doing this the entire time. And we were
So
like,
just
I think
wailing
he's
on
gonna
it.
break. Yeah, I think he's gonna break the bass because he kept doing this. Obviously, tapping his foot along the rhythm as he's playing. Pa
That's
pa
that's
pa,
that's
and we
not
were
the
just like,
company whose base I would want to break and
I was
have to
like,
pay
oh
for.
man. But I mean, LEH is a great brand.
I
Like,
know. I
if
mean,
I,
like, it's sad
oof,
if
it's
one gets
amazing.
broken and the cost. You're gonna have
Yeah,
not a good time when you have to
because
pay
they're
for that.
upwards of 6,000. And the base that me, Johnny, and Floof loved the most, I think it was around 5K. And we were like, or maybe close to 5K. I don't know. It was 2 years ago, or almost 2 years
Yeah.
ago. And we were like, oh man, like this is a really nice base, but holy cow, the price. But I'm pretty sure it's more now because of
Well,
the
and
whole
but
tariff
he
thing.
does like he makes like everything.
Yeah,
Like
from
he makes
scratch.
his pickups. The only I think because Leah just did a review of one because he was there,
Yeah, I'm really glad
and
that she did because it's one of those brands that it just can't be slept on.
yeah, and but like she said on there, like it's hip shot hardware, but it's like no, this specific custom thing you're gonna
Hmm.
make for me. And I love what she was saying in there too. It's like because he's super nice. I think it's funny we just keep repeating that about people we like that were at NAMMs. Like they're super nice, but it's like
Well, yeah, we
there are
highlight the
people at
people that are
NAMM who are
nice.
complete jerks. Like there
Well, I mean,
are.
we'll highlight the jerks too, but like the ones that are nice, they're gonna get the most praise. I mean,
Well, yeah,
obviously.
and like, but that's the thing. Like he was like he was even nice to like he's nice to everybody who walks up. Whereas there are plenty of booths that it's like you see them look at your tag and then they look at you and then they look at like how you're dressed and then they look at you
Oh yeah,
as a person.
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
you walk up to a booth and it's like, okay, you have a media influencer badge. Okay. And also so you're not a buyer. You're you're not like the tiny little brands like that. Like they're probably not super worried if someone from Sweetwater comes walking by because they're not going to be like a let us be the distributor for your brand that you might make like a dozen bases or so a year. Like that's not I don't think anything like I'm sure they'd love it if that happened, but it's not like a thing likely to happen. But if they see
Right.
like social media influencer and then they see Phil McKnight, it's gonna be like,
Yeah, there
hello,
you go.
I have heard
It's
of
like,
you. You can
yes.
help me. But like there are other ones that you walk up and they literally just go, hi, how are you? And they're looking at you. They don't look at your badge. They
Yes.
don't see are you walking around in a suit. They don't worry about any of that. They see
This
that
is
you're a
yeah.
person who is interested in what they have. And those are usually the people that are like, I do this because I love it. And it means I don't starve. Like that's
And yeah.
those are the
And
two things.
and this is why sometimes I don't even have my badge on a display at NAM. I usually have it either tucked in on a jacket, depending on what I'm wearing, or I just don't let it see the name because sometimes, I mean, I don't do it on purpose, but when you're at the event and you're doing a lot of things, sometimes that badge will flip and it will like flip around or it would be inversed. So you're going to be seeing most of the time the back of the badge as opposed to your name tag, where you're from,
Yeah.
and what you are. So I do catch a couple of people that do look at you. Oh, he's back, and they just look at you and treat you as a genuine person, as opposed to like, oh, this
Yeah.
person is from so and so. I'm gonna have either a good time or a bad time. I don't know.
Yeah. And then
It's
you
that
have the
pre
people who
notion.
talk to you and want to give you the time of day, and then when you come back, they've already forgotten that you existed and that they were
Yeah,
supposed to do
yeah,
anything.
yeah. But hey, I'm actually glad X Vibe stopped hitting me up because they always hit me up about sponsorships and all this, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be like an X5 endorser because I don't like their products. I think it's cheap.
Hmm.
And I'd rather do something that I can stand for, and I know that it's worth my time. And if it's worth my time, I'm pretty sure it's worth everyone's time and money too. Um,
I like their
yeah,
IEMs. The little IEM system that I got was pretty nice.
So they
I
sent
need
me
to hit up.
this.
Yeah,
They sent me the in-ear monitors, right? And this is the conundrum I ran into. How do I demo in-ear monitors? How does one go
exactly.
about doing that?
So
You should do
Like,
one thing
something
that's
funny.
really funny, have you seen on Base the World when they did like the headphones? Like the head, I think they had like a headphone amp or something. Maybe it was these.
mm,
I don't know. They found like this company that makes, I don't remember. It's literally like a mannequin head with ears, and I think it's made for testing like audio equipment.
What the
It
hell?
was hilarious. They just have like this mannequin head that has like ear-looking ears. Like they're not just like a hole in the side. And
mm.
even Gregor's talking, and he's like, "We don't know if this is the best way to test this, but like it literally is like a microphone shaped like a head. That's basically what this is. And then it had the
Interesting.
output, and they were like, "You're hearing the direct audio signal from the head to the recording so you can hear how good it is." And I was like, it's a fair way, I guess, to like you just said, how do you test IEMs? Like if it was these like headphones, like yeah, you could get like a mic and set it facing the speakers, but like an
True.
IEM, it's
Yeah.
a tiny little 3 millimeter driver. Like that'd be like me taking this, which has little tiny microphone on it. I mean, I guess I could point an IEM at it, be like, here's
This
kind of
whole
what it
concept
sounds
is
like.
weird.
So
Yeah.
literally, they're
Oh,
just looking for you to say, this is the thing. I love it. It's the best thing ever. Go buy it. Like, you
end
can't
it up.
show that it's good or not unless, I mean, I guess you could put them in and you could find an online hearing test, be like, let's see if it can play. Like, here's my normal headphones. Cool. Yeah, I can hear all the way up to 10,000 hertz. And I can, then these don't sound awful all the way down to 50 hertz. Okay, now I'm going to switch to these IEM. Yeah, I can still,
That's an idea, but
I know.
I didn't realize I had a pet peeve, and I don't know if you can identify with this, Sono or OB. I do not like the fact that that particular these headphones right here. I'll just pull them out because they're not paying me. So the thing that I don't like, and a lot of across the pond companies do, they have the nice setup. It's a nice robust size. It fits my whole ear, like it fits. It locks in there. It doesn't move. The problem I have is this piece isn't malleable. I can't.
Mm.
So whenever I start sweating, it
You
just
can't
slips
tighten it to
out.
where it holds.
I can't
Mm-hmm.
lock it here.
There's no
Sure.
grip.
Yeah, I can't. If I could just lock this here, that would be cool. But there's nothing there. It won't keep shape. It's just a slightly
Well,
harder rubber piece around it.
they're
That's
not
the
paying
thing
you, and
that
you can say that. You can be like, you know what this sucks about this?
I mean, and that's the thing too. If you're doing the simple review of, hey, compared to my other normal things that I use, these sound as good, they sound better, they sound worse, whatever.
they really
But
do. They
I
sound
mean, just
good, but then
I
I
mean,
move
just
my
look at
head and they slip out.
but that's the thing. I mean, look at look at what Leah's done so many times with Sire. Like, hey, this thing on here is awful, stupid. Y'all should feel bad for having done it. And
Hey, they
then
listen.
a Gen
That's what I like
2
about
comes
them.
out. Maybe
They listen.
X5 sees that and they're like, oh, I mean, and
Nah,
here's the thing,
no.
for what that is, I know one solution that could work. I don't know if they exist. Maybe they do, or you could easily design it. You could get either ones that are already made, or you could 3D print something to the correct curve that would fit over that rubber to hold it in that
Yep.
shape. But again, that's all X5 would have to do. Like they don't have to change the design to make it moldable. They just have to be like, oh, hey, we've included 3 generic fish hook shapes of differing
that you can clip on to it at the
severity.
base.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
just
a
simple
nice
ABS
addendum.
plastic, injection molded, done. But anyway, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
You
thanks
could
for reminding me
easily.
about 3D printers.
You're welcome.
I need to look. I want one actually. I want one.
My wife uses the X1 Carbon from Bamboo Labs. I tried to convince
Oh
her to
yeah,
wait
I'm
and get
familiar
the
with those.
HD2. I tried to get her
I
to
want.
wait and get the HD2 with the 2 print heads that can do multi-material, but
Yeah.
she didn't want to spend that much extra, and she doesn't care about multi-material, and print bed size isn't that big of a deal when you're just printing normal stuff. So
I mean, it's because it's funny that most of the stuff, especially that I have in my like Amazon wish list or just things in general, you can 3D print it. And I've actually had done a 3D printing class years ago when I used to work for the library when it was
mm,
barely introduced into the scene. And so our library at the time had like a really high budget, and they were like, "We're buying this top of the line. We're gonna have you guys learn it for like a month, and then if you guys are pretty proficient, we'll have you guys teach it throughout the entire district." So it was me and like 2 other guys included. We would just go to different libraries and tour around different districts and be like, "This is how a 3D printer works. This is how long it
yeah.
takes to print out an item. This is what's going to be good for teens and adults that want to use it for the library and use it for their card and stuff like that."
Mhm.
And we were just like printing out files. Like our demonstrations were like at the time when Pokemon Go was like really huge. We did like a bunch of Pokemon prints. So we did one of Onyx that took like 8 hours because it wasn't a tiny
Mhm.
one. It was like a mid-sized one, like of an Onyx, and it was cool. But the challenge
It
was
was
its
life
mouth.
size of an onyx. It was
Yeah,
27 foot tall. It was,
right.
had
I
to
felt like
assemble it
Brock.
piece
I
by
felt like
piece.
Brock when I had it.
It was a lot lighter than an onyx, though. Let me tell you.
Mhm. Yeah, but
But
I
yeah,
do want to invest in the 3D printer though for sure.
I mean, the X1C is great because it has all. Like, I'll say this from our experience, and by that I mean her, because I don't do the 3D printing. Dot does, but she had like one of the less expensive, decent ones. Not like the oh, you're on your own software wise and everything. She had one that was like not a great one, but like cost efficient, I guess we can say. Like okay, but like me and base, like it was okay. And then she ended up like we got rid of it, and she got the X1 Carbon because yeah, it's expensive, but it has sensors for everything. So like she'll get a notification like, oh hey, I was doing your print, and a piece of filament got tangled. I stopped getting filament, so I stopped the print. It's paused in place. When you fix that, I can continue. The other printer we had, nothing. So if it happened to stop, like you were checking that thing every 30
Yeah.
minutes, because if the print started to drift, well, you can either stop it
Oh,
and start over, or
yeah.
like it'll tell you if things are spaghettifying, it'll tell you all the stuff, and
Mhm.
like it's well worth it.
Oh yeah, and honestly, I've experienced it too when we would check on it periodically, and then sometimes the filament would be like a bubble, and it's like, whoa, this was not supposed to happen. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it would even like be on the base, it'll just balloon up of the needle, and we're like, oh my gosh. So then we had to like
Hmm.
obviously stop it and then see what the
Yeah.
hell's going on and scrape off the filament that's stuck on the tip.
That's another thing for the carbon too, is like they have parts. So if it's
That's so
like,
good.
hey, like if you use the filaments that have like the glow in the dark stuff inside, it's really abrasive on the head, on the nozzle. So
Yeah.
you can just get another nozzle. It's not
Oh,
like
so easy.
where you're like buying an entire print head and having to change everything
Ooh,
out. Like they
yeah.
make it where it's nice.
I love that. What is it called again? I'll just put it on my list.
It's Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon, X1C.
Oh, Bamboo Labs. I've heard good things about it. I think I saw a video about it.
And it's
Was
fully
it
enclosed and all that.
what's it called? A2?
The X1C.
X1C. Sick.
Or
Nice.
I think when we got ours, it was like 12.
Hey, Sono, tell me if you can hear this. Did you hear anything?
Nope.
Hear you
I
talking.
got nothing.
Nothing?
I got nothing.
I don't know how this crap works.
What you trying to do?
They're doing it?
I think he's trying to point a microphone at the. Oh, he's got a.
Temu soundboard, baby. I've never messed with it. I just seen it down. I was like, I wonder if this works.
You got a Temu soundboard? I gotta check this out.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it works.
Was $207 on sale for $23. Because like everything in Temu. I saw one. This was before the warehouse fire stuff recently. This was like a year ago, and it was like a fake ad, and it was like Temu warehouse burns to the ground, estimated hundreds of dollars of loss of product. Fair. Hundreds of dollars lost. 8 billion items burned. Could be
$50 lost.
Don't know how they're going to get it back.
I'm gonna have to go already. So
have fun.
Thank you for having me again.
Of course.
And looking forward to the next one, like you always do every weekend, right? Every Sunday.
Sunday.
That's right. Sunday.
Monster right, Truck Rally.
Take it easy.
Yep. Don't know what time, but have fun.
Thank you.
Bully with the Jedi mind trick. Okay, well, Bully's gone too. So there we go. That was fun. Hey, look, exposed wires in my wall. That seems safe, right? Let's just pop that back to that. Now you don't know. You don't know that I have wires without walls that are covered, except I told you that last week. So everyone's gone. So that works. Good enough time to end. Thank you to anyone who watched. Hopefully we can keep this going and be able to keep having friends come back. If they say they can come back, Sono and I talked about the market thing last week. So hopefully next week we can look at some sort of lesson set. I don't know. I'll see what we can all figure out. But as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a day as awesome as you are.